Have you ever wished to discover who the white magicians are and what powers lie behind their light? You're in the right place. Welcome to today's journey on the Council of Light channel, where we delve into the secrets of ancient powers hidden for centuries. Today, we'll uncover one of the deepest secrets of the spiritual world, the power of the white magicians. These hidden truths are reserved for those ready to understand and embrace them. Many imagine white magicians as mysterious and inconspicuous figures walking among us, their quiet presence commanding respect and curiosity. However, the truth about who they are runs much deeper. White magicians are spiritual guides, healers, guardians of universal wisdom, and intermediaries between the seen and unseen world. Their true strength lies not just in their mystical presence, but in their deep understanding and application of universal laws that permeate all existence. They are masters of energy balance, able to use these laws to direct light towards those ready to receive it, enabling spiritual awakening. They are the bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. Their knowledge and love preserve harmony and encourage the progress of souls. Through the work of white magicians, the energy of love and wisdom reaches those seeking truth, providing the key to unlocking inner power and connection with the universal light. White magicians bring balance to a world filled with discord and darkness. Their mission goes beyond mystical protective roles. They are healers, teachers, and guides who through charisma, joy, and positive energy help humanity reach a higher level of spiritual understanding. Their role is clear. They heal souls and bodies, restore harmony to energy fields, and remind people of their true divine nature. Their light brings not only healing, but also joy, peace, and inner strength, raising the consciousness of all who wish to awaken their divine energy and charisma. In this video, we'll delve deeper into the secrets of the white magicians. We'll try to illuminate what has been untold for centuries. These stories, shrouded in secrecy, have long been part of legends and myths. But the truth behind these stories is even more fascinating. We can recognize white magicians by their pure and beautiful aura and the peace they bring. Their presence is always a blessing. They come where light is most needed and where darkness is thickest. White magicians of luck, or spiritual guardians as we often call them, don't act outside the laws of light, but in harmony with it. Their power lies not in external spells, but in a deeper understanding of the universal cosmic laws of light and darkness. For centuries, white magicians have been symbols of light, healing, and protection. They are not just beings who transform reality, but those who recognize the path and guide people through the process of purification and healing. They are here to remind us that light always conquers darkness. Their mission is not fleeting. It is eternal and indestructible. White magicians cannot spiritually awaken people for them, but they can illuminate their path and provide support in that process. They are here to help anyone ready to recognize the light within themselves and become part of the broader plan of love and light that governs the cosmos. Human reality is shaped by collective consciousness, which is the sum of all our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Every thought, whether positive or negative, contributes to this shared reality and shapes our circumstances. If an entire city believes in black magic, darkness, or negative energy, then the collective consciousness embraces this reality, and the whole community is plunged into darkness because the collective energy becomes stronger than individual thoughts. Similarly, when we awaken spiritually and recognize our divine nature, we become light workers and guardians of light. Our light begins to influence the collective consciousness, spreading love, wisdom, and truth. White magicians always remind us that every spiritually awakened person is part of the divine plan, and every person, if they are willing to open themselves to it, can become a channel for light. Through this light, we change the energy around us and raise the collective consciousness, freeing the world from darkness and restoring it to harmony. White magicians are defined not only by their power, but also by their ability to remind us that we are all connected by one light, and that we are all guardians of the truth of love and peace. Now is the time to delve deeper into the topic. What we're about to discover is not just a story about white magicians. This is a story about all of us, our connection to the light, and our role in the grand, beautiful dance of love, consciousness, and the entire universe. In today's world, full of confusion, uncertainty, and rapid changes, white magicians stand as a shield of light between good and evil. They are not just watching the world, but actively fighting against energy imbalances and harmful forces that threaten humanity. Their mission is not limited to individuals, it is global. White magicians appear where healing is needed at the deepest levels, where energy is out of balance, and where people are lost in darkness. White magicians work quietly, not seeking praise for their actions. They come as silent guardians, bringing light to the places that need it most. In this world, where leaders are often under immense pressure, they become targets of dark energies that try to disrupt the flow of light. White magicians use their powers to protect these leaders, clearing their energy and ensuring they make decisions from a place of wisdom and love, not influenced by darkness. The world faces challenges from new technologies and hidden threats, like psychological warfare, which attacks not the body, but the mind, spirit, and energy. In difficult times, white magicians play a special role in recognizing and revealing energy blockages and illusions caused by fear. Their knowledge allows them to see through the veil of discord and offer healing to individuals and communities, restoring balance, light, and inner peace. When we face threats that are almost invisible, white magicians remind us of the power of consciousness and love as our strongest shield. One of the most important aspects of their work is constantly balancing energy flows across the globe. They don't just work on the physical level, but use their skills in astral travel and connection to higher realms to maintain equilibrium. Their power lies in their ability to transform chaos into harmony. Darkness is all around us, but white magicians bring light and guide us towards peace, stability, and alignment with cosmic laws. Imagine them as pillars of light in the middle of a storm, standing strong and unwavering in their mission to defend the light. Their presence among us ensures that darkness never takes over completely, that light always finds its way to those who are open to it. Darkness wanders aimlessly, without roots or foundation, searching for a place to settle, while light always has its source, eternal and constant. They recognize when darkness has clouded souls, when energy is imbalanced, and that's when they act. Their strength lies not only in neutralizing darkness, but also in transforming chaos into harmony, restoring balance to every corner of the world, while light becomes a guide, healer, and guardian of truth. Their work is not limited to ancient rituals. They are adaptable and flexible, always ready to respond to the challenges of the modern world. White magicians use the latest technologies, science, and energy to expand their reach. They move with the times, adapting their methods to the world's needs and ensuring that light always prevails over darkness. White magicians act as guardians of the future. They work silently, knowing that every decision, every thought, and every action can influence the collective destiny of humanity. Their mission is to illuminate the path towards a better future for all people, not seeking recognition or gratitude, but working out of pure love for light and consciousness. Their work is a constant dance with light and darkness, balancing these two forces and ensuring that light always prevails. It is crucial to recognize the deep and immeasurable importance of white magicians in our lives. They are a shield of light that not only protects us but also heals, guides, and helps us survive and grow through these times of great change and challenges. Through their dedication and wisdom, we learn how to balance our own lives, how to walk not only the path of light, but also the path of love, faith, and inner strength, freeing ourselves from the darkness that holds us back. Their mission is a powerful reminder that light always conquers darkness, and that we are all part of that luminous path, a path that leads us towards our divine purpose and collective healing. One of the most profound and important secrets of the white magicians is their ability to transform darkness into the light of love and healing. In a world often overwhelmed by discord, fear, and suffering, the white magicians act as a bridge between darkness and light, transforming what seems irreparable into something pure, bright, and harmonious. Their power is not based on external spells, but on a deep understanding of the energetic laws of the universe and the potent force of consciousness that has the power to transform dark reality into a bright and righteous one. The white magicians recognize that darkness is not just an external manifestation, but often comes from within, from unconscious thoughts, emotions, and traumas that are deeply rooted in the human being. They work to recognize these inner blockages, using divine light as a tool for their healing. Through their connection with the divine source, the white magician transforms darkness into love, converting destructive energies into those that encourage growth, healing, and harmony. The process of this transformation begins on subtle levels, in thoughts, feelings, and energies that many are not even aware of. The white magician focuses their attention on the energy fields of people, recognizing the blockages that prevent them from connecting with the light. No matter where a person is, the white magician can transmit light through their consciously directed intention, thoughts, and words. This is not an ordinary process, but a deeper spiritual act that transcends the physical boundaries of space and time. The white magician can heal even through ordinary conversations, whether it's a face-to-face meeting or a simple phone call. Through words, thoughts, and attention, the white magician transmits light into a person's energy field, clearing blockages and establishing harmony. This process is possible because the white magician is not limited by physical laws. Their consciousness and energy operate on higher levels of existence, penetrating all layers of reality. Even when not physically present, the white magician can act remotely, sending light and love that transform darkness into pure light. One of the key powers of the white magicians is their ability to connect with the Akashic records, the universal source of all information about past, present, and future events. When they recognize deeper sources of darkness, whether it's karmic energies, inherited traumas, or ancestral lines, the white magician uses these records to identify and heal those energies. These records contain all the information about the spiritual journeys of souls, ancestral experiences, and karmic patterns that souls have carried with them through the ages. Before beginning the healing process, the white magician seeks blessings from higher spiritual beings, especially the archangels who guard the Akashic records. This blessing allows them access to deeper levels of consciousness, revealing information that is key to healing. When they identify the source of the problem, the white magician uses light to transform dark energies, converting them into light and love. This process brings relief and healing not only to individuals, but also to their souls and ancestral lines. The remote healing that white magicians often use is based on the power of consciousness, because consciousness knows no physical limitations. When the white magician directs their consciousness, attention, and intention towards healing, their thoughts travel through the ether like light waves, bringing healing on subtle energetic level. The light waves that the white magician sends are not ordinary energy. They are vibrations of very high frequency that transform darkness into love. This light not only cleanses energy fields, but harmonizes all aspects of existence, the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body. In this way, the white magician helps people to free themselves from the burdens they have carried for years, bringing them peace, love, and renewal. Also, white magicians don't just heal individuals, they can act on a global level. Through collective consciousness, white magicians can unite their thoughts and energy, creating a network of light that helps in healing global challenges. They send waves of light that cleanse the planetary energy field, freeing it from negative influences and helping humanity to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. Their ability to turn the deepest wounds into healing is not just a gift, it is their divine mission. They constantly work to allow light to penetrate all layers of darkness, bringing peace and love to those who are ready to receive it. Light is not just a tool of healing. It is an expression of pure love that comes directly from divine sources. the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. Through the use of ether and directly focused powerful consciousness, the white magicians not only protect, but also transform darkness into light. This process of transformation is key to maintaining balance in the universe. The white magicians are guardians of the light, and their mission is to ensure that light always prevails. Their fight against darkness is continuous, and they are always ready to stand on the front lines of defense. Now let's talk a bit more about what the ether is. White magicians don't just possess the power of healing and transformation. They also use one of the most subtle, yet most powerful forces in the universe, the ether. The ether is an invisible, all-pervading energy flow that fills all dimensions of existence. The ether is not just a means of travel. It's an intricate and powerful network of light highways through which white magicians act with incredible speed and precision. These highways of light allow them to instantly reach any point in the universe, surpassing the physical limitations of space and time. Essentially, the ether works like an autopilot, guiding the white magician through invisible energy currents, bringing light to where it's needed most. The ether is the key foundation through which white magicians operate, connecting them to the universal flows of light and energy. When faced with urgent situations, whether it's energy attacks on leaders, major crises, or the urgent need for intervention, white magicians use the ether as a bridge between worlds. However, this ability is not just physical, it's spiritual. Through deep meditation and connection with higher realms, white magicians merge with the ether, allowing light to pass through them and act on the highest levels of existence. The ether is their guide and light highway, through which they travel beyond time and space to heal, protect, and bring balance to a world full of energetic challenges. As a highway of light, the ether allows the white magician to connect with the energies of all dimensions of existence, crossing boundaries that limit the physical world. They can quickly reach any point, not just on Earth, but also in the most distant realms, from other dimensions, through the Akashic records, to the galactic energies that shape the cosmos. This ability is one of the greatest assets of a white magician, to act simultaneously on the physical plane and on the subtle higher levels, where true changes are already present before humanity becomes aware of them. The white magician is never alone in their mission. Sometimes they use the help of powerful entities like dragons and eagles, astral helpers, strong guides and guardians of light, who, together with the magician, act through the ether. Dragons are symbols of power and ancient wisdom, bringing strength and protection, while eagles are bearers of vision and clarity, ensuring that every step is seen beyond the limits of space and time. These beings support white magician in ensuring that darkness cannot penetrate cleansed energy fields again. Through the power of the ether, dragons and eagles can quickly reach any point on the planet, acting in perfect synchronization with white magicians. Their mission is to maintain the energy balance, to purify, and to ensure that light always prevails. Together, these astral allies represent an impenetrable force that carries light to every corner of the universe, guarding the world from dark energies. When a white magician acts through the ether, they use meditation and creative, consciously directed visualization through astral travel to connect with the universal flows of energy. Meditation allows them to be in a state of complete harmony with the universe, which is crucial for aligning with the powerful energies of light. In this state, the white magician becomes a pure channel of divine light, allowing it to flow freely through them and act in places where it's most needed, healing, cleansing, and restoring balance to the world. Through meditative depth and astral travel, the white magician connects with the highest realms of existence, restoring the flows of light within the universe. This allows them, through their spiritual guidance, to be a bridge between the light and the world, helping divine energy reach those who need it most. Creative, consciously directed visualization is an extremely powerful and key tool in the work of white magicians. Through clear and consciously directed creative visualization, the white magician very precisely directs beams of light to where they are needed, whether it's an individual, a leader, or an entire community. These beams of light penetrate energy fields, cleansing them of negative influences, balancing chakras, and establishing harmony. Through these processes, the white magician ensures that light penetrates all layers of the aura and eliminates anything that could disrupt the energy balance. When a white magician recognizes a person radiating dark energy, they immediately place an invisible glass of light around them, a powerful energy shield that blocks the darkness they spread outwards. This shield not only protects the surroundings and other people, but also creates a safe environment where negative energies cannot spread. This shield allows space for the transformation process to begin. The white magician first sends a wave of light to determine if the person is unaware of their darkness or consciously using negative energy. If they are unaware, the wave of light sent is filled with love and allows them to break free from those blockages. However, if the person consciously uses dark energy, such as the intention to consciously inflict harm, or uses dark forces consciously directed towards others, then the white magician amplifies the energy of light. The dark energy that the person produces and spreads begins to return to them within the glass itself. The amplified energy of light leads to the person carrying the negative energy beginning to suffer the consequences of their action. However, if the person sincerely desires to change and recognizes their mistake, the light automatically recognizes the will of that person, becomes a catalyst for transformation, and darkness turns into love. The white magician therefore does nothing wrong, but only amplifies the energy coming from that person within the glass, allowing them to face their own actions. It is up to the person themselves to recognize and decide whether they will change towards their divine purpose and role, or remain trapped in their dark energy. This process is extremely important because the white magician enables and creates space for transformation, but the true power of change lies in the very consciousness of the person carrying that energy. Also, One of the more important tasks of white magicians in today's world is the spiritual protection of leaders and key figures who bear the responsibility of leading people. Due to their position of power and influence, leaders and successful people are often targets of dark energies that want to disrupt their energy balance and weaken the light in their field. The ether allows white magicians to intervene quickly and precisely, placing protective energy shields around these leaders, guarding them from dark forces. This protective shield not only protects the surroundings and other people, but also creates a safe environment where negative energies cannot spread. Once the shield is in place, the magician then sends light energy to neutralize any dark force that might threaten the balance of that leader or community. The magician uses light energy to create harmony and peace, allowing leaders to act from their highest light, wisdom, and love, guided by divine protection. In this way, the white magician not only protects individuals and communities, but also ensures that they all remain shielded from the influence of dark forces, allowing them to remain focused on truth, balance, and light. In addition to the ether, the white magician also uses the power of crystals as a tool to enhance their energy interventions. Crystals are ancient tools that contain specific vibrations, and white magicians use these vibrations to amplify and direct their energy. For example, amethyst is known for its ability to cleanse and protect energy fields, while quartz amplifies the light that the white magician sends. Citrine brings clarity and focus, and selenite is extremely powerful for cleansing and balancing energy fields. By using these crystals, the white magician further strengthens their mission of light. Their dedication to working with the ether and crystals allows them to achieve maximum results in healing and protecting leaders, communities, and individuals. Every step in this process requires a deep connection with higher realms, as well as a balance of inner energies and a dedication to preserving the light. White magicians constantly work to ensure that light radiates through the ether, acting as powerful guardians and protectors of universal balance. In a world full of challenges and threats, white magicians are always ready to answer the call. Through the ether, they act quickly, precisely, and with incredible strength. Their mission is guided by light and love, and is always directed towards the greater good. When the world faces darkness, white magicians are there to act as protectors, using the ether as their primary tool for cleansing, protection, and healing. The collective consciousness is one of the deepest aspects of existence, a subtle energy flow that connects all people, beings, and entities on a spiritual, mental, and emotional level. It is an invisible network that shapes the reality of the world we live in, and every thought, emotion, and intention that an individual creates moves like a wave through this network, creating an impact on everyone else. The collective consciousness is not just the sum of individual minds, but a living entity that reacts to every vibration we emit. That is precisely why the role of white magicians in this network is crucial. White magicians are guardians and healers of the collective consciousness. They understand that every individual and every soul is part of a broader energy ecosystem. When an individual awakens spiritually and becomes a light worker, they not only change their own reality, but also raise the vibration of the entire collective consciousness. Every positive thought, every prayer, and every good intention contributes to collective healing and transformation. White magicians know that the world is in a constant state of change, and the task of humanity is to direct those changes towards light, love, and spiritual awakening. More than ever, humanity is at a crossroads, facing many challenges: political, environmental, social, and spiritual. These challenges are not accidental. They are catalysts for a global spiritual awakening. The darkness that threatens to engulf the world is actually a call for a massive collective spiritual awakening of people, and an opportunity for all people to recognize the light within themselves and contribute to raising the collective consciousness. Creative, consciously directed visualization is one of the tools that the white magician uses to act on human consciousness. They visualize light penetrating the dark spots in the network, cleansing, balancing, and harmonizing them. The light they send is not ordinary light. It is a vibration of the highest universal divine frequencies, capable of transforming even the deepest darkness. When the white magician sends light, they do so with the pure intention of healing. Their light not only transforms darkness, but also raises the vibration of all humanity. As the collective consciousness rises, so do the individual minds, souls, and hearts of people around the world, opening up to the higher frequencies of light and love. The spiritual awakening of individuals becomes an awakening for the whole world. The white magician sees the bigger picture. They know that by healing one, they heal many, because everyone is connected within this collective network. One of the deepest insights that the white magician has is that the collective consciousness shapes our reality. Every change in the collective consciousness manifests in the physical world. When our thoughts are filled with love, compassion, and light, that energy radiates through the collective consciousness, manifesting as peace, harmony, and prosperity in the world. Our reality is not static. It is constantly changing in accordance with the vibrations we emit. The human role in this process is therefore irreplaceable. We are all guardians of the light together, and our thoughts, emotions, and actions shape the world around us. The collective consciousness is not something outside of us. It is a network that connects us all, and a network in which each of us plays a key role. When we awaken spiritually and become light workers, we not only heal ourselves, but also help heal the entire collective consciousness. White magicians are here to show us the way, to remind us of our inner power, and to inspire us to live in harmony with the light. Their mission is to illuminate the path to higher dimensions of existence, towards love and unity, because they know that this is the only true path to healing the whole world. The light of white magicians is not just theirs. It is the light of all of us, and we all have the ability to carry, spread, and share it. Every positive wave of light contributes to global change. When people act out of pure love, and when they send light and kindness into the world, they become part of the divine plan and part of the dance of light and consciousness that shapes the future of humanity. The spiritual awakening of humanity is one of the most important processes happening today. At this crucial moment in our evolution, as the structures of fear and unconsciousness crumble, white magicians have a mission to bring light back into the hearts of all people. Their task is not only to heal individuals, but to raise the vibration of all humanity and help people recognize their divine nature. The transition from 3D to 5D consciousness marks an evolutionary leap from the material world to a world of love and unity. While 3D contains the energy of ego and separation, 5D teaches us to act from the heart, in peace and harmony with everything around us. White magicians help in this transition, reminding us of our divine essence and inspiring all people to release the low vibrations of fear and unconsciousness, creating space for light. Awakening consciousness does not only mean opening our eyes to the spiritual reality, but also recognizing the power that each individual carries within themselves. White magicians remind people that their lives are a result of their thoughts, words, and actions. When a person is focused on love, peace, and light, those vibrations spread through the ether and the universe, creating a reality filled with harmony and joy. However, when people live in unawareness, surrendered to fears and low vibrations, they create a reality that reflects inner chaos and darkness. Awakening consciousness is the process of recognizing the divine power within us. White magicians remind us to live in accordance with light and love, because through our thoughts, words, and actions, we create our reality. When a person is directed towards love, their light fills the world with harmony and joy, but unawareness leads to inner chaos. That's why the role of white magicians is to show the path towards conscious creation, freeing the world from fear and suffering. Consciousness is key to spiritual growth and awakening. White magicians teach people that darkness is not something to be rejected or destroyed, but something to be transformed through light. Darkness is a part of the universal balance, and its purpose is not to destroy, but to provide an opportunity for growth and development. Through darkness, humans learn to recognize the value of light. White magicians show how fear can be transformed into courage, how suffering can be transformed into wisdom, and how unawareness can develop into powerful creative consciousness. They not only teach these lessons, but also demonstrate them through their way of life, becoming examples of what it means to be spiritually awakened. Awakening is therefore not just an individual journey, but a collective movement towards the light. Togetherness creates a powerful energy wave that affects the whole world. When awakened souls gather with a common intention to raise consciousness, the light becomes stronger, creating a reality filled with harmony. White magicians gather the awakened and encourage them to spread knowledge and love together. In the time to come, the awakening of humanity is not just a possibility, but also a duty. White magicians are here as your allies, your support, your guides, urging you not to lose hope, but to understand that the light within you is more powerful than all the forces of darkness. When one person awakens, they send waves of light through the etheric network of collective consciousness, encouraging others to do the same. This process is like a domino effect. The more people awaken, the greater the impact on global consciousness. The role of all people in this process is essential and irreplaceable. Everyone is called to become white magicians and guardians of the light. They are called to awaken and recognize the divine nature within themselves. Spiritual awakening does not only mean enlightenment, but also taking responsibility for the world we live in. More than ever, the world needs you. Your light is crucial for raising the global vibration and healing humanity. When you dare to walk the path of true light, you will discover that the world around you is also transforming. You will be an inspiration to others, a role model for the awakened, a carrier of energy that spreads, creating a wave of change. Your love, your faith, and your belief in a higher purpose make you part of the circle of light, the circle of awakened souls who together build the foundation of a new world. A world permeated with love, light, and harmony. Collective awakening is not just a process, but a magnificent change that is happening right now. Darkness, which has hidden the true nature of the world for centuries, is retreating before the fearless light that you carry. You are an integral part of this divine plan, part of the mission of healing and transformation that extends through all dimensions of existence. Your presence here is not accidental. You are awakened guardians of the light, chosen to act in a time of immense change. With every thought, every word, and every action, you contribute to the awakening of humanity and the healing of the planet. The world is on the verge of a great turnaround, and the white magicians clearly see how the balance is increasingly threatened, not only physically, but also through subtle forms of psychological and neocortical warfare. Through spiritual awakening, you all become a key part of the divine plan, which leads humanity towards a new golden age, an age of light, love, and eternal peace. All of humanity is now entering a new era, an era in which the light of the awakened will spread into infinity, leading to a golden age of true divine nature. We are entering the final and most important part of the White Wizard's mission, the creation of a new golden age, an era of light and spiritual blossoming. The role of the White Wizards does not end with individual healing or raising collective consciousness, but extends to a vision of the future of humanity, a vision in which light overcomes darkness and leads us to an exalted existence. For centuries, sages and prophets have announced the coming of a new era, a moment when humanity will awaken from the unconscious and step into an age of true light. That moment is now. We are the generation tasked with laying the foundation for a new golden age, an era of light, wisdom, and spiritual freedom. White wizards are guardians of the path of light and fearless guides through times of transformation. They deeply understand that the world is going through a crucial phase. filled with trials and transformations that are necessary for outdated systems to crumble, opening space for a new society of light. As spiritual guides, white wizards are called to lead in the creation of this new order, an order that is not based on fleeting material values, fear, or the desire for control, but on universal love, unity, and spiritual enlightenment. The new golden age is not just an abstract idea or a distant dream. It is a concrete goal that the white wizards tirelessly pursue, and it is now within reach. The role of every white wizard is to contribute to the manifestation of this light on earth through their actions, thoughts, and pure intentions. This era is not only a time of change, but a moment when awareness of true values will awaken: love, cooperation, compassion, and the unity of all beings. In the new golden age, people will realize they are part of a magnificent cosmic plan, connected by threads of light that transcend the boundaries of space, time, and all illusions of separation. As travelers of light, awakened consciousnesses are now gathering across the planet. These souls feel a deep need for spiritual transformation and want to be part of this divine mission. White wizards are their guides, teachers, and protectors on this path of light. Together, they create a powerful network of light that encompasses and connects every corner of the earth. In every part of the planet, light workers are awakening, recognizing their true role, and joining this magnificent divine plan of healing and enlightenment. The golden age is not a time that will simply come on its own. It is born from the daily efforts of white wizards and awakened souls who consciously choose light over darkness, love over fear, and unity over division. Every white wizard knows that the key role in this process is recognizing the inner power of each individual. The awakening of each person contributes to the awakening of the entire planet, and it is precisely this collective transformation that is the foundation upon which a new world is built. It is important to understand that the golden age does not mean a world without challenges. It is a world where people recognize challenges and use light to transform them. White wizards know that light is stronger than darkness, but that it must be constantly nurtured and spread in the service of good. They teach us how to recognize the darkness within ourselves and transform it through love and light. In the golden age, every soul becomes a bearer of light, and every person a light worker. All of you listening to these words are part of this divine plan. Your presence here is not a coincidence. You have been chosen to participate in the creation of a new world. Every step you take towards the light contributes to global transformation. If you have reached this point in the video, know that you are exactly where you need to be. You have listened carefully, and your consciousness is already guiding you on the path of enlightenment. Within you, you carry a light that is indestructible. It is the key to your personal and collective progress. At this moment, the world is at a crossroads. Darkness may seem powerful, but remember, darkness is only a temporary phenomenon, something that exists to illuminate the path to light. In this new age, more and more souls will recognize that their true nature is light, and that they are divine beings who have the power to transform the world. You, dear travelers of light, have the opportunity to be a part of this great transformation. I invite you to become bearers of light and to spread love, peace, and compassion in every moment of your daily life. Every thought, word, and action you take has the power to shape the world and contribute to the creation of a new golden age. When your thoughts, words, and deeds are in perfect harmony, you become a channel of divine light. On that path, it is impossible to make a wrong step, because the Divine Mother of Love and the Divine Father of Consciousness are always there to support you. You walk the path of truth, light, and enlightenment. However, if your thoughts, words, and actions are not in harmony, then darkness envelops you, and most do not even recognize it. Many are trapped in the discrepancy between what they feel, say, and do, unaware that this distances them from their divine nature. Imbalance brings doubt, fear, and insecurity. It is time to wake up and break free from the chains of darkness. In this world full of change, you are beacons of hope. You show the way to a future filled with light. Only through the alignment of thoughts, words, and deeds can you walk the path of wisdom, love, and true power. May the wisdom of the Father guide you on this journey, and the love of the Mother embrace you. Their divine energy is with you, providing protection, strength, and inspiration. Let us unite as guardians of the light, awakened warriors of love and truth, and together create a world filled with light. Together we can realize the age-old dream, a world where light conquers darkness, love prevails, and peace becomes a reality. Light workers, your mission is now clear. Be bearers of light, spread it and share it with the world. A new golden age is upon us, and we are all part of this divine vision. Your presence here is no accident, but part of a grand divine plan. Within you burns the flame of light, now stronger and more needed than ever. May your hearts be filled with unwavering love, and your mission always guided by the absolute truth and wisdom of the universe. The world is on the brink of a great transformation, and you are the beacons illuminating the path to a new golden age. Spread the light wherever you go, through every word, every thought, and every action. You are an integral part of the divine plan, an essential thread in the cosmic tapestry that connects all beings. May your light guide those who seek, and may your energy bring peace and love where they are most needed. Like, subscribe, and share this light with others. With your contribution, we can illuminate the path for even more people. Join us in this mission, for every step you take in the light makes a difference. Sending you blessings of light. May the wisdom of the Father guide you, and the love of the Mother protect you every step of the way. May the light always be with you, bringing strength, clarity, and peace. Blessings to you, dear guardians of the light.